Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Juice Baseball channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Kansas City Royals rebuild here on MLB The Show 23. It is everybody's favorite episode. It is the Prospect Showcase, the Minor League Classic, where we get to take a look at possibly some future Kansas City Royal players. Now, some of them have already made their appearances in the big leagues, like a Brady House or a Herbert Don. Guys like that. Even some pitchers have made their way around. We've focused on a few guys in the past. But today I'm feeling we're going to take some interesting paths. We followed Elijah Green for plenty of time. We don't need to know about him anymore. He's having a pretty good season as well. Pete Crow Armstrong PCA, we don't need to follow him. Guys that we haven't followed, though, are Brett McKay, Drew Lloyd, George Cruz. We followed a little bit, but he's more of a younger player, so we don't really know a lot about him. I think we followed him last year, but that might have been the first year. So I'm kind of thinking those guys are going to be more of the ones that we want to give a little bit more of a shine to, a little bit more notoriety. And then for the AA team, I'm not really too impressed with anybody. I mean, Danny Dietz is maybe somebody that we could follow, but we followed him for a while now. I guess we could follow like a Rolando Batista and play a game with him. But the AA team doesn't really have a lot of promise. We have Keith Dell, I guess. That could be something. I don't know why he's not even starting. He should be starting. You know what? We could follow Keith Dell since he's a top 50 prospect. He's only 21. So we could follow him. But there's just not like a ton of guys that I'm super excited about in the AA system. We have more of my guys in the AAA team, at least in the hitting aspect of things, that I'm more excited about, I guess you could say. But we could follow Fletcher Woodard, and we could follow Keith Dell, I guess, in AA. And then up in AAA, we could follow McKay, Lloyd, and George Cruz. And then for the pitching, I mean, Yoenis Armstrong could be fun to pitch a game with. We've already seen enough of Kumar Rocker. We know what he's all about. Eduardo Guzman, we don't really know too much about, so maybe we follow him as well. Frank Mazzicato's not even starting. Neither is Dylan Lesko. What is going on with this team? Why are they not starting any of the players that they should be starting? No wonder they're not playing as well as they could be. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, so we know about Dylan Lesko. We know about Frank Mazzicato, the Maserati, Maz. And we could follow these two guys, maybe pitch a few innings with them. And then for the AAA team, we know about Victor Samuel. We know about, who else do we know about? Have we watched Jackson Kowar? I mean, we don't really need to watch him. He's 30 years old. He's not a prospect anymore. Jason Oka, or Aka, I don't know how to pronounce his name. We could follow him, but he's not high overall. I think, did we follow him last year? I can't remember exactly if we followed him last year or not. Rafael Zapata is probably better than Kowar, actually. So we should probably get him in the lineup instead of Kowar, because Kowar's 1-6, so he's not having that good of a year. He's not that good of a player. But Rafael Zapata could be interesting. So there's a few guys in AA that we could give a look at. So we'll have to figure it out. We will have to figure it out. The Royals, currently the big league club, 35-24, coming off of a very good episode, last episode, where we, what did we do? We played again. Wait, we lost it. Did we lose this game against the Guardians? Was that the game that we lost? I think, okay, so it wasn't a very good episode. I'm getting my episodes mixed up. We lost the game against the Guardians, that's right. But we had a very good simulation, I guess. And now we are into the month of June, which is the Prospect Spotlight. So let's follow the AA team. And it looks like Zapata is pitching on the 4th, June 4th. So let's simulate up to that point. And, ooh, 3 big wins from the AA squad, getting us back into contention with maybe the playoffs. And now Rafael Zapata is here, so we will watch his game, or we will play his game. And I probably shouldn't quick manage that game. I probably should play full game and then just pitch with him. We could do player lock, but do I want to do player lock? It's a possibility, I guess. Because if we player lock with him, then it'll just be easier. Let's just do that. Rafael Zapata, we'll player lock with him, and we'll see what he's got. He's having a good season so far. He's 3-1 with a 4.35 ERA, so the ERA could stand to drop a little bit. But, hey, 60 innings, 47 strikeouts. He's all right.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Minor League Baseball from the AA level coming up. It's the Northwest Arkansas Naturals and the Wichita Wind Surge. First pitch coming your way next.
And now, your Wichita Wind Surge.
And now the DH, number 20.
Bottom one, Rafael Zapata is on the mound. He's got a nice head of hair. He's got a nice, solid beard. But he doesn't have a nice first at-bat because that is a leadoff single. Remember, Zapata's pretty low overall. So we got to keep that in mind as we're pitching with him here in this game. We can't just be throwing things around the plate because that's going to get us burned far too many times. We cannot afford that. But that one should have been caught by the shortstop. It'll go past him. And that is another single for, what are these guys? The Naturals? I think that's what they're called, the Naturals. I don't remember. It's Jesse Winker. Winker! And he will let the... Okay, we're getting a little crazy now. That's going to be a single. Actually, it's going to be a double, RBI double. Two RBIs. Is he going to get thrown out? That's a close one. He's thrown out, so it's only one RBI. They tried to stretch that to 2 RBIs. But Jesse Winker gets an RBI double, and Rafael Zapata is not looking too good. I didn't expect too much because I know he's a low overall. So I didn't come into this thinking he was going to absolutely just put on a show. But, I mean, I'd like to see him do a little bit better than what he's doing here. Luke Voigt's the 2020 home run champion. Did he just hit a home run off me? Yeah, Luke Voigt just hit a 2-run homer off me. All right, Rafael Zapata. Not a good showing in inning number 1 here. I am concerned. How has he gone 3-1 this season? I know he was in the bullpen. Maybe that's how he's gone, because he didn't have to pitch many innings. But he doesn't have any control. I'm putting pitches where I think they could go, and he's just he's not very good. That's just a horrible changeup. I don't really even know what to say about that. This could be a long one. We might not be long for this world with Rafael Zapata. Or Zapata, excuse me. We'll give him some sneaky cheese. That one actually has a chance to be an out. Oh, did he catch it? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. The first baseman could not bring it in. So it's a foul ball. But thankfully, he went around enough to give me that strikeout. Oh, actually, it's not the Naturals. They're not the Naturals. This is the Wind Surge. I don't even know who their affiliate is, to be honest. Ooh, that's a big strike, too, on that. Can we get him on a slider? We might be able to. Uh-oh, that one's in the air. Zapata has allowed himself another double. This could be a triple, actually. 70 speed. He's going to go. Oh, I thought he was going to go. He really looked like he was going to. He might have been able to make it. It would have been close. It would have been very close. But that's another extra base hit for the Wind Surge. I'm not liking this. And I forgot to put quick counts on. That hurts as well. This makes the game feel a little bit longer. Second round pick in 2020. But he strikes out. Ulrich Solier. He strikes out, and we go bottom 2. Andrew Monasterio. What a name. What a freaking name. But he's going to hopefully not do anything. Oh, wait. I just realized I'm an idiot. I've been reading their name as our name because we're the Naturals. God, I'm a stupid person. I'm a dumb guy. I've been reading it as Wichita, which I think is what that would pronounce, or that would be the abbreviation of. I think. But we are the Northwest Arkansas Naturals, I'm pretty sure. And I was reading it as that's who they were, but I never put that in my mind until just now when I saw the scoreboard, and I was like, oh, it's 3-0. We got a big lead. But then I realized we are not that team. So I'm just a dumb boy, and yeah, let's move on because Zapata just threw a double play ball there. That's pretty good. Alexander Pena. I like his batting stance. He fouls off the first pitch there. I like the pitch mix that Zapata has. He just doesn't have the control just yet. He is still very young, so we can't expect too much from him because he's young and he's got a low overall. But he's starting to heat up a little bit here. He had a very good inning after the poor first inning that he had. But that was a very good comeback inning. So let's see what he can do here. Maybe he can start to heat up and be the guy that we expected him to be coming into the game with the 3-1 record. Maybe just had to get those first inning jitters out of the way. But that fastball, 93 on the gun, was too much for Farado. Farado? I don't know how to pronounce her name. I apologize. Jesse Winker is now up. It's kind of sad to see Jesse Winker hitting in Double-A after knowing what he's done in the bigs in his career. Not an amazing big league player, but he's contributed to some winning teams on the Reds and on the Mariners and stuff. And he was a solid player. Got a few home runs, some big moments. Now he's just in Double-A, hitting against me for some reason. But let's see if we can strike him out for the second out of the inning. Oh, he's able to make contact with the 94. I would expect a former big league player to be able to make contact with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. And that one's into center field. That could be dangerous. And I think that's Keith Dell out there. He makes the play. And there's Luke Voit. He's got the 2-run homer. But it's all right because I'm not going to let him do it again. He's not going to get me 2 at-bats in a row on a home run. I promise you that will not happen. And if it does, I will end the game. It doesn't happen, I told you. But I never promised you anything about him getting extra bases. I just said the home run wouldn't happen. And that is a double with 2 outs for Luke Voit. It's kind of unfair having Luke Voit down in Double-A. He's got big power. Maybe not as big a power as he used to, because now he's getting a little bit older. But he's still got a ton of power for being a Double-A player. And that is going to be an RBI single for this man right here, Josh Bro. Oh, well, Zapata's allowed 4 runs in 2 2/3 innings. That is not promising whatsoever. I mean, to be fair, we never had Zapata on our radar anyway for a possible call-up to either AAA or the bigs, obviously. So it's not like this game was make or break for his season. Like, oh no, if he doesn't have a good game here, then we're not going to call him up or whatever. Like, no, he wasn't even on our radar. I just saw him in there and I was like, you know what? He's young and he's got decent potential. Why not give him a shot? So that's what we're doing. And right now, I'm regretting that decision. I am regretting the decision. Solier, strike 2. Let's get him on a strike 3 slider. There it is, and he swings and misses. Zapata's got some good stuff. I mentioned earlier how I liked his pitch mix. He's got some good stuff. He's got some good movement on some of these pitches. He's getting strikeouts. He just needs more time in Double-A. He simply needs more time in Double-A to get used to pitching, get all the right upgrades that he needs, and he could be a lethal pitcher in a couple of seasons. I don't doubt that. Just not right now. Some guys are more developed already when they come into the team than others, and Zapata is certainly not one of them. That's got to be strike 2, though. Willie Joe, what a name. Willie Joe Gary Jr. That is a mouthful of a name. I didn't even notice the first time he was up that that's what his name was. But that is a mouthful. I might have to trade for that name alone. I don't even know who he is, but I might have to trade for that just simply on the name. He probably can't be too hard to get. I'm guessing he's probably like a C potential player, a B potential player, something like that. Pena's up now. Did we strike out Pena at one point? I can't remember if we did or not. Oh, that's going to get... Oh, just barely foul. I thought for sure that was going to get called fair. That would have been an elite hit, but he does strike out that time. So we end 4 innings of work with Zapata. It's all up to the CPU on when they pull me out because I'm player locked, so I can't control when Zapata will get pulled out. We do get one back in the game, though. It's 4-1 now, so that's something. But we'll see if Zapata can keep it 4-1. or if he will allow more runs to come through, and that's not a good start. That is a leadoff single from Farado. Farado? I don't know how to pronounce his name. I need to hear it first. I need to hear it a bunch of times. That's going to be a double play opportunity. Get back to first base. There it is. Jesse Winker, you suck. And now it's Luke Voigt. 2 for 2 against me. Oh, that's a little chipper. Chip down the third base line. He definitely wanted to put a lot behind that, but he could not do it. And they're keeping me in the bottom of the 6th. We are pulling back, actually. It's 3-4 now. So they're putting their faith in Zapata that he will keep this game at 1 run. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I might have pulled him. But to be fair, Zapata's had a much, much better game after that first inning. So you can't put the blame on him too much because he's done a good job, but that was a risky throw there. That bounced into the glove of the first baseman. Jake Alou, I think he's got a double today. He's got some sort of hit, obviously. But I can't remember if it was a double or a single. I think it was a double. But hopefully this time, he's got a strikeout. And, oh no, okay, changeup got a little away. It's all right, because we'll give him the stinky cheese. How's that? Oh, he got around that one. Get there, right fielder. Can't do it. It's going to fall in front of him. That's a single for Alou. I thought the stinky cheese would be good enough. It was not. That's okay, because we can throw double play ball if we need to. That could work. Two-seamer in the bottom corner. Isn't it called strike 2? That's unfortunate. I thought that maybe it would get a lucky call. They're going to run. It's a chance to throw him out. He's going to be called out. Great throw from the catcher. Guzman with a great throw, and that is a caught stealing for Alou. And that could be, okay, I thought it maybe could be out number 3, but it just died before in foul territory. But that slider has a chance to get caught. Yes, sir. So through 6 innings, Zapata's done a good job to keep this game close, and they do pull him. Walter Pennington will come in relief of Zapata, and that is my cue to just skip through here. Pennington does a good job. Strikeout, strikeout, ground out. I'm going to keep Pennington in again. Walk, Pennington, good job, gets out of it. Single for McAlpin. Nothing doing, and the Wind Surge have beat the Naturals. But Zapata didn't look bad after that first inning, if we're being totally honest. He allowed 3 runs in the first, but he had 6 strikeouts. I mean, it wasn't a great appearance, but it wasn't the worst thing in the world. I've seen worse, trust me. I have seen worse. So now that we followed Zapata, I guess we've already taken a look at Hideo Chan, I think. He is only 19, though. Do we want to follow anybody else? I don't think we need to. Romeo Pineda, we followed him before. We know what he's all about. He's having a pretty good season, too. I'm actually going to make him the ace of the AA team. You know what? Let's go to AA hitters. Who do we got? AA hitters. Oh, this is Woodard, Keithdell, and Guzman. Okay. So let's follow these 3 guys. Let's do some stuff with them. We won't play Wichita. Ooh, we do have a scouting assignment, though. Billy Smith, we know enough about him, but he's not that good, but you're not going to find amazing prospects this late in the draft. And we've already scouted a bunch of the late ones, it looks like, but this guy, Geronimo Ibar, I guess is his name. All right, whatever. Let's keep simulating. Okay, we'll play one of these games. Let's get in here. Frisco, and we will player lock with, let's give it to Keithdell first. Let's jump in and play Keithdell.
Welcome to the porch. Some AA baseball coming at you. It's the Frisco Rough Riders taking on the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So, almost ready to get underway.
All right, we're starting in the outfield with Keith. Top of the first, 1 out. Oka's on the mound. And he sends that right to me. Alejandro Osuna, second out of the day. All right, Keith Dell. I always find guys that are super short, don't I? All of my outfielders, at least my center fielders, are all super short little guys. Why can't I find any big bodies? I want a big, strong man in center field, but I can never find any of those guys. And we're going to be taking the plate for the first time with Dell. He is a top 50 prospect. A lot of hope for the future with Keith. If he has a good second half of the season, he could certainly find himself up in AAA for next year. And then maybe a good AAA season, he finds himself in the big leagues, like Herbert Don. But Herbert Don, talking about big, strong men, he's a big boy. Ooh, this is going to be a little favorable. Keith puts that into right field, and it will not fall. Unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Keith Dell can't do much. Back in the outfield, down by 1. It's a full count, top 6. What do we got here with Keith? They got to make me run? Oh, not really. Oh, bad reaction timing. That's on me. I thought that for a second it was going to my left. But that's the first out. We recovered. Don't worry. We recovered. And Jackson Kowar is in now. So Oka was taken out, I don't know at what point. But Kowar is now in the game. The 30-year-old. That's a deep one for Keith. That's at the warning track, but he's got the speed to be able to get there, so that's good. That is good, and now we're back up. We're 0 for 2 today, going up against Phil Baker. Low energy on Phil. Maybe he'll make a mistake. Not swinging at that. First round pick in the 2024 MLB draft. We are playing Major League Baseball, that's for sure. So he was our pick this past season? Or was he a pick a couple of seasons ago? What year are we in? I think he was our first round pick a couple of years ago. Because we had, obviously, Walter, who was our first ever pick. I think Keith Dell was our pick the next season. Our first round pick the next season. Because I think we're in 2026 right now. Because Herbert Don was our pick in he must have been our pick in 2025 then. Yeah, so it went Walter, who was our first round pick in 2023. Then it was Keith Dell in 2024. And then it was Herbert Don in 2025. And I forgot who we just got in 2026. I can't remember. Or we haven't even done 2026 yet. But I think that's the order it goes in. And I honestly pressed X to swing, but it did not do it. I guess I didn't think that I pressed it. Oh, we got a chance to walk off here. Brian Marconi is in for Frisco to try to keep this game tied. Are we in position to walk off here? I mean, if we can get on base, we could be dangerous because we got good enough speed to get around the bases. But I just got to get on base. I haven't been able to do that with Keith Dell today. 0 for 3, but this could be my opportunity right here. Here we go, Keith Dell, put that in play, and it's going to fall in front of no. It looked like it was going to fall in front of the left fielder, and they win in overtime. God, I'm all on football, aren't I? They fall in extra innings, and they scored 3 in the top of the 10th. Great, so that's good for our bullpen. All right, so not super impressed with what's his face, Keith Dell, but that's okay. Wasn't really much I could do in the first place there. Another scouting assignment day. We know 75%. Ooh, Chet McCoy could be a sneaky good first round pick. He's looking okay, but we'll keep him for 100%. And then we will go to, how's the big league club doing? We're 45-27, still 5 games up on the Twins. Few losses in there, but that's okay. We're still getting a bunch of wins, which is what you love to see. We're going to take on Arkansas, Northwest Arkansas versus Arkansas. What a rivalry game this is. And we are going to player lock with probably Fletcher Woodard in left field. So let's go do that.
Hello and welcome to Franco Park. Double-A baseball on the show coming your way. It's the Northwest Arkansas Naturals taking on the Arkansas Travelers. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your Arkansas Traveler.
All right, just about set to go. And on the hill, Austin Hansen. And Singy, it's unique these days.
All right, we're over here in left field with Fletcher Woodard, who's normally the center fielder, but Keith Dell's playing there. And it's Cannon Smith-Njigba, who is Jackson Smith-Njigba's brother, if you're not familiar. Oh, good play, but I don't have the arm strength to get that home, so Fletcher Woodard makes the out, but they do get an RBI. And now we are up. Again, another guy that's tiny. Fletcher Woodard is small as well. I don't know what it is with MLB The Show's generated prospects and the outfield being super small. I mean, I get you want them to be fast, but you can have big guys that are fast too. 6'3", 6'4" center fielders and left fielders, they can be fast. I don't know what it is. Not looking good against Austin Hansen. I've missed 2 fastballs already. And that is certainly not a fastball. That is a wild curveball. All right. Whatever, dog. Oh, that's a beautiful pitch. And I'm going to hit that into the outfield. Fletcher Woodard. Man, I am not getting lucky, am I? I went hitless with Keith Dell, and I cannot get lucky with Woodard, at least right now. Escoto? Oh, my God, that's a home run. Michael Escoto with a solo shot to left field. It is 2-0 Arkansas. Why was I even in there if I couldn't do a jump animation? Smith-Njigba's back up. He had the sac fly RBI, but this time nobody's on base for him. And that'll be the second out. Woodard underneath it. And we are up now with a runner on second. 1 out in the 4th. Come on, Fletcher. If I can just get something in the outfield, we might be able to score. Ooh, almost a pass ball. Catcher does a good job to keep it in front of him. He's hitting .371 with runners in scoring position, so he's having a really good season when runners are on base. Very productive. I just don't know if I'm going to be productive with him. He might be productive in simulation, but that's a whole different animal. Come on, Woodard. There we go. There we go. That's back up in the middle. Center field, 37 speed, might not be fast enough, but they're going to send him anyway. Oh, my God, get home. It's a bad throw, and it's an RBI. If that was on target, he would have been done. He would have been cooked. Steal situation with 69 speed? Really? I know he's got 87 steal, but 69 speed is not fast enough to steal a base. Maybe in AA it is? I don't know. Keith Dell is up. I don't know. 2-0. He's not thinking about steal. I'm going to try it. We're going to try a steal situation here with Fletcher Woodard. Go. Get there. Get there. Get there, Fletcher. He's safe. Or is he out? He's out. He got gunned out. Unbelievable. I thought for a second I was safe. He got gunned down. I knew it wasn't the right idea to steal. But they kept saying steal, so they kept just throwing it in my face. Steal situation, so I had to give it a try. It was not the right move. We got thrown out. But we did get that RBI, so that's good. It's 2-2. Top of the 6th. Fletcher down low. I went reaching for that one. Good contact. Or good timing, I should say. Couldn't do anything with it. Still bottom 6. Or still 2-2 in the bottom of the 6th. Smith-Njigba, that's a little liner into left field. Got that one. And we're up in the top of the 8th. Hey, we got a lead. 3-2. All right. Let's see if we can add to it. Oh, that's a beautiful swing. Get down. Oh, what a play. I'm going 2. Get there, Fletcher. Get there. Oh, safe. He's safe. Oh, my God. That was so close. What a run. A double for Fletcher Woodard. I thought that right fielder had that in the bag. It just bounces off his glove, and he couldn't do anything with it. Go. Fletcher stealing third. Fletcher's going to be safe. Yes, sir. Fletcher Woodard is heating up. Keith Dell, I think, struck out, but that's okay because Fletcher Woodard is heating up, and we got a chance to make this a 4-2 game if Stephon Guzman can do anything with it. It's going to be on the ground. They're not going to go home. It is 4-2 in the top of the 8th. That was all Fletcher Woodard, by the way. He got the double. He pushed that to a double, and then he got the stolen base to get to third, and then he came home on the ground out. We did add another one, so now it's 5-2. I think we got this one in the bag, unless something completely crumbles with our bullpen, we should have this one in das Bag. We will see, as that one's going to take me to the warning track at the wall. Woodard makes the play, and that is the end of the 8th. That might be the last time we see Woodard. And it will not be. We go top 9, runners on first and second. 2 outs, a chance to give us even more cushion. This is interesting. He's hitting now 389 with runners in scoring position. That RBI earlier in the game really helped. Come on, Fletcher. There we go. Fletcher Woodard, another RBI. He's gonna do it. I'm going to dig, 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 dig. It's a bad throw. And they're gonna get 2 RBIs. He's safe. Oh, he's out. Oh my God, you can't believe. Oh, you can't make that stuff up. He's out at trying to go home, and it's the final out. But we do get a big win, and Fletcher Woodard had a pretty good day. He had a double, 2 RBIs, stolen base. I'd say that was a pretty good day from Fletch. Williard Bentley had a home run as well. Pretty good day from the boys. I think we're going to jump into AAA now. We will let's follow Yoenis Armstrong. We'll give a game with him. So let's go find the game that he's pitching. He's pitching right here against Worcester. So we'll simulate up until, wait, that just say, oh my God, did that just say Michael Harris is injured? Hold on. Injured list. Michael Harris ACL sprain. Oh my God. We just got you. You're having a pretty good season. 11 home runs, 34 RBIs, hitting 280. He's doing okay, but that's brutal. Absolutely brutal. Yoenis Armstrong is 9-1 on the year.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. AAA Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Worcester Red Sox taking on the Omaha Storm Chasers.
And now,
First pitch coming your way next.
Storm Chaser.
So just about set now. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Yoenis Armstrong.
Honestly, Yoenis Armstrong is looking like one of the top candidates to get a not even a spring training call up, to get a September call up. He's 9-1 with a 2.7 ERA. We will see how he does as we get closer to September, but he is a leading candidate. I mean, I don't know how high of an overall he is. I don't remember. I think he's in the 70s. He might be like a 74 or something. But with this record, we could certainly use that for a postseason push. I don't know how good he'd do against Major League hitting, but only time will tell, I guess. And he's got a super strong beard as well. That one's going to be, past the diving third baseman, but it is foul, so it doesn't really matter. And Tyler Black will foul that off as well. He's battling against Armstrong here. Doing a good job. He sends that to third base, and that is going to be the second out. All right. I'm liking Armstrong a lot more than I liked Zapata, but I shouldn't hate on Zapata too much, because he did rally in that deeper part of that game, the last few innings he was in. He did rally for a bunch of strikeouts and some good innings. So, I mean, I can't hit on, just because he had that one rough inning, the first inning I don't want to hate on him too much. That's got to be strike 3. I don't care what you're saying. IKF is striking out on that all day. But, of course, I hate when that happens, man. I hate when a call doesn't go my way, and then it's like the very next pitch, although he's going to get thrown out here. He is thrown out. But anyway, I still want to go on my rant. I hate when a call doesn't go my way, and then it's like almost the very next pitch is some sort of big-time hit from the guy. It's unbelievable. It happens almost every single time. It's so frustrating because, like, I'll get a call where it should be a strike, but the umpire doesn't call it that way, and then the next pitch I throw, it's like a big-time double or a huge single or something like that. It's just so annoying. So annoying. By the way, why is CJ Crone in AAA? I have no idea. I shouldn't be having to hit against MLB big-time home run hitters like C.J. Cron. But I guess that is a good thing for Armstrong to do, because if he's going to be a candidate for September call-ups, he's going to need to play against big league hitting, and C.J. Cron was a big league hitter. I forgot that Brett McKay is our catcher. It looks so weird seeing long hair in the back of that catcher mask. But we are losing our grip on reality right now. Rivera sends that to right field. Luckily, he won't be able to advance. Come on, Armstrong. You need to have some good innings. I need you to do well. If you do well, I'll give you a cookie. I know you like cookies. I like cookies. Who doesn't like cookies? I guess somebody who's got like a gluten intolerance, maybe. That's going to be third base. Sonnenberg over. Oh, that's beautifully done. Picture perfect. Well executed. We go top 3. Devin Foyle. Ooh, 98 on the gun. He was a 17th round pick in 2018. Sucks to suck, but I guess you are playing for a minor league team affiliate of a big league club, so I guess shouldn't hate on you too much. I'm just sitting in my basement recording MLB The Show videos. You've done better than me, Devin Foyle. But unfortunately for him, he grounds out, so sucks to suck. Edinson Paulino. That's a tough name to say. Edinson Paulino. He sends that to left field. He's out. Who cares about pronouncing your name right when you are out? You're irrelevant. Ooh, that's Hickey, and that is going to be a single into center field. So that is a 2-out single, keeping the inning alive. Okay. Keeping the inning alive. Tyler Wade, the leadoff man, comes in to try to keep the inning even more alive. Maybe even bring them within 1 run. Or tie the game up, but that's not going to happen. Because that's going to be, why'd you go to second base? You could have just stepped on the first base bag. Whatever. It got the out anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. It's just a little confusing. And Yoenis Armstrong, through 3 innings of work, has thrown about 30 pitches. He's just entering the 30-pitch range now. So, I mean, he's on pace for a good day. I don't know when they're going to take me out. If we keep a shutout going, then they'll keep me in for the 8th and the 9th inning. We've seen that before. Anything is possible with the CPU when you're pitching pretty well. But that could all change if the Worcester's able to score or something. But they're not looking like it right there as Tyler Black strikes out on the high stinky cheese. IKF is back up. He's 1 for 1, and he sends that to center field. Back at the track, he's got it. 2 down in the inning. And now it's C.J. Cron. That's a low-key, disgusting 1-2 punch right there. You've got IKF and then C.J. Cron right after each other. That's kind of disgusting. And C.J. Cron is elite in AAA. He has just gotten himself another base hit. This time it's a double. He's on pace for the cycle. Disgusting player to be in AAA. But it is what it is. I'm not controlling any other team, so I can't tell them what to do. And Emmanuel Rivera is hitting .378 with runners in scoring position. Lower that just a tick, because he strikes out and the inning is over. Armstrong will take over in the 5th. Looking pretty nice. I am very pleased with how Yoenis Armstrong has been pitching today. And that's a beautifully placed pitch in the bottom corner. Slider into the air in right field, and that one will be out of here. Love to see it. 6-0, Omaha leads. We are cooking, but that one's going to get past third base. That's all right. That is all right. Can't stop them all. Third baseman's been playing pretty good today. That one just had a little bit too much steam on it, but that could be nothing. That's going to be into right field now. So now we got runners on first and second with 1 out. I was hoping that could have been a double play to make up for the mistake or for the miss. That's okay. Nathan Hickey's up. He does have 1 hit so far. Oh, good pitch. We'll see if we can strike him out on the slider. Out number 2. Oh, just low on the zone, out of the zone. But that fastball also out of the zone. Got Hickey swinging. Strike 3. And my main man, Armstrong, got 2 outs. And a great placement of the fastball there. If you were a 4th-round pick in 2013 and you're still not in the big leagues, just give it up. Just give it up. You're not going to make it. Oh, but that's unfortunate. He heard me. He heard me trash-talking him. That's going to be an RBI, so the shutout will go away. But that's okay. We weren't looking for a shutout. That was never the goal, was to get a shutout with Armstrong. I'm just looking to see how he pitches. And other than that, this inning, Yoenis Armstrong has been pretty solid. Ooh, man, I am not getting lucky with the framing. McKay's got to do a little bit better framing on these pitches because I am not getting lucky. How is that not strike 3? Oh, my God. Or strike 2, I should say. How is that not strike 2? And that's going to go past Armstrong. That's another RBI. Tyler Black will score a run. It's 6-2. They wouldn't pull me now, would they? No, they're going to let me finish the inning, hopefully. IKF, okay, maybe they'll pull me. Maybe they'll pull me because that is a 3rd run. Yoenis Armstrong is now starting to crumble, and I don't know why. He's been pitching so well. They're going to keep me in for C.J. Cron. Probably a bad idea. C.J. Cron has been unstoppable today. Maybe we can get lucky, though. Maybe we can get lucky. He's not hitting that well with runners in scoring position, but change that because he's got himself an RBI. It is 6-4, and I would not be surprised if they pull me. I would pull me. I don't know why Armstrong's been crumbling. They're going to keep me in. This is a bad mistake. Obviously, I've been shelled. I can't do anything about it because I'm player locking as Armstrong, so I can't. I guess I could just stop player locking, but that's not the fun. That's not the point. The point is to ride it out with the guy that we're watching. Here comes the cutter. That's going to be a grounder. So we do get out of the inning, but we have allowed 4 runs for Worcester to get back in this game. And they're going to let me go in the 6th after what they just saw? I guess they have uber confidence in Yoenis Armstrong to get his confidence back. They believe in him, that he's the guy to get in his head and say, hey, that was just one bad inning. It's not going to happen again. And that's strike 3, really, after all the other stuff we've seen called for a ball. That's strike 3, whatever. This coaching staff, this manager staff, thinks that Yoenis Armstrong has the mental fortitude to get in his own head and say, you're not sucking. That was one bad inning, and you can get past it. So we'll see. As Devin Foyle gets a 1-out single into right field. And so it begins. Paulinho's up now. If we get a ground out, that would be amazing. Double play would be unreal. That would be the ideal thing to have happen, but that's not going to happen because Paulinho gets on base, and they're going to send him to 3rd. Get there. Throw him out. He's going to be safe. Unbelievable. Devin Foyle makes it around to 3rd, and they got to pull me. They are going to pull me. So Armstrong's day is done. They should have pulled me earlier than what they did, but that's what they chose to do. And we do get out of the inning with no runs allowed, so that's pretty cool. Solo homer, though, for Tyler Black. That's unfortunate. Strikeout, fielder's choice. It's still 6-5. We are going to make a pitching change and bring in, I don't even know, John Maloney, I guess. 2-run homer. It was a bad idea to bring in John Maloney. It looks like we're going to lose. Oh, my God, John Maloney, you suck. Never play again. John Maloney's never playing again. Trust me. 2 runs scored. We tied. John Maloney, I love you. Aroldis Chapman. I don't know if he's got anything in him. He's old at this point. Fielder's choice. You know what? Let Chapman go again. Oh, he did it. He did the dang thing. And we win! We beat them on a walk-off in the bottom of the 11th, I think that was. So Armstrong, unfortunately, does not get the W. Chapman actually gets the win. Okay. Drew Lloyd with a home run. Horta had a home run. So did Devin Lloyd. Or no, Drew Lloyd and Elijah Green. All right. Whatever. Scouting assignments. We know 95% on Ibar. And it looks like Chet McCoy's kind of cooled down a little bit. He was like 87 on both of his potential and overall. But seems like he's cooled down slightly. We'll go with, ooh, here's a couple of people. A couple starters. Russell Ling, and the other starter's name was something I don't remember. We'll find him again, though. He was John Murphy, that's right. All right, so then we can go over here and find a third guy who might have good potential, like Frank Reyes. Sure, those guys could have good potentials. You never know. We still have 13 days until the draft, so those are probably going to be the final guys that we even scout. And now we go play Louisville, the Louisville Bats, and we are going to follow, excuse me, we are going to follow George Cruz probably, and maybe Brett McKay, and that'll wrap up the video. So let's play this one. Player lock on. We'll give it to Brett McKay first, and then we'll follow George Cruz to finish out the episode.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show has AAA baseball for you. It's the Omaha Storm Chasers taking on the Louisville Bats.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. And today's starter, Kirby.
All right, we are taking on Kirby Lawrence, one of the guys that we know a little bit about because we, I think, scouted him for a while and knew he was going to be pretty good. He's made his way to Louisville, Cincinnati Reds AAA affiliate. And Brett McKay will have himself a single with 2 outs into right field. Starting catcher for your Storm Chasers. Maybe Brett McKay is the future of the Royals behind the plate. After Salvador Perez calls it a career, whenever that may happen. Maybe Brett McKay is the guy, or we have to look somewhere else. I don't know. I mean, Brett McKay, to be fair, he's still solidly young. Decently young, I should say. And he's a decent overall. He just doesn't have the potential. I think he's got C potential or something. That's the only problem with him. But McKay is also a participant, or not a participant, a candidate for September call-ups. And even for spring training next season. These are all possibilities, things that could happen. I guess we'll have to see how the rest of our big league season plays out, what we do in the playoffs. And then Angel or Acuna didn't even take the bat off the shoulder. We'll have to see how the rest of our playoffs go and then evaluate in the spring. But I like what I see from Brett McKay. I liked what his stats look like. And obviously I like so far how he played in that first at-bat of this game. We are down 1-0 in the top of the 4th here. I'm going down low for that one. Brett McKay sends that into left field. That's tracking to the wall. And it will not be off the wall or over the wall. It'll be caught before the wall. Okay. I didn't think that had enough power to get over anyway. That's a big wall over there in left field. But you never know. Something can happen. Not swinging at that. Oh, that's a tough pitch. Man, that is a real tough pitch. McKay does lead the team with in average, though. Hitting .304. So that's something. And he's going to bump that up maybe. He's 42 speed's just not fast enough to beat that out. That is unfortunate. We go top 8. It's tied 1-1. We got a runner on first. Garrett Huffman is in the game now as the pitcher. And I shouldn't have swung at that. Should not have swung at that. Come on, Huffman. Give me a pitch that I can hit. That was the pitch that I could hit, but I screwed it up. Because what would you expect from me other than to screw it up? It's what I do. Figure it the F out, Juice. Figure it the F out. 0-2. Come on, come on. Both of those pitches, 2 and 3, both have been hittable. I just haven't hit them. But that one is going to be a grounder to first base. And unfortunately, the speed is just not there with Brett McKay. Ooh, we're going to be behind the plate for bottom 9. All right. Oh, because it's a throwing situation. A stealing situation. McKay got him out. Brett McKay delivers. Let's go, baby. Brett McKay throws him out. He guns him down. Trying to steal second base. That's a risky throw. And we get it done. It was pretty late. Huerta had another home run All right. I liked what I saw from Brett McKay there. Obviously, it wasn't impressive in terms of domination with the hitting. Elliot de la Cruz has bruised his leg. That's not good. Johan Duran is traded from the Twins to our rival Astros. I know that the Twins are more of our rival because they're in our division, but this is huge. The Astros are making a push for the playoffs. They are solidifying their bullpen with Johan Duran. The Twins get back a couple of aging younger players. Oh, that's brutal. That's absolutely brutal, the fact that they just got a solid player like that. We're going to have to make a move at the deadline to answer. We will follow... oh, nope, this is AA. Don't want to follow AA. We will follow George Cruz to end the episode, but now we got to think about next episode. It's going to be all-star stuff and trade deadline stuff. It's going to be massive. We're going to have to think about making a move to answer the Astros.
And we welcome you to Green Valley Stadium. AAA action coming at you on the show. It's the Omaha Storm Chasers taking on the Louisville Bats.
Ladies and gentlemen,
First pitch coming at you right after the break. So 2 down.
George Cruz is up here, top of the second, 2 outs. A top 50 prospect is George Cruz. One of the guys I'm probably most excited about his future and what he can do in the bigs, because I think he's got a real nice swing about him, and I think he's got a real boatload of talent that he can utilize in the big leagues. And he's going to have a double with 2 outs here to start this game. Let's go. Oh, and he's giving him the rock on hand sign, or hook 'em, I guess, if you're a Texas Longhorn fan. That's into the outfield. I'm sending him. George Cruz around third. He's been called home, and he's going to be safe. It's 1-0 Omaha. Top of the second. Luke Weaver has allowed an RBI. The Duke gets it. And now George Cruz will come up. It's 4-1 now. 4-1. Top of the fourth. George Cruz checks swing, called strike 1. He's 5th in the All-Star game voting for right fielders. So he might not make it, which would be sad because I feel like George Cruz is an all-star type player, and he's just not going to be able to beat that throw. The grounder to shortstop couldn't do it. Top 6 now, it's 4-1 still. Davis Daniel is in the game for Louisville, and he's going to give me a nice pitch to swing, and that's going to be a single. So we got a double and a single for Cruz today. We're looking pretty spicy. Pretty darn spicy. All right. And now it's Greg Duke. The Duke is up, and the Duke will ground into a double play to end the inning. Unfortunate. We will get at least one more bat. Oh my God, we got bases juiced. A grand salami is on the table. George Cruz could not get it over the glove of the shortstop. It's going to be an out with no RBIs. I can't believe it. Oh, it's unfortunate. The bases were loaded. They were juiced to the hilt. And George Cruz couldn't do anything about it. Bottom 7, Louisville's trying to make a comeback in this game. And they couldn't do it, so we get the W. I will take it. George Cruz 2 for 4 with a double and a single. Maserati Maz had himself a decent game, 6 innings, 5 strikeouts. And that is going to be the prospect showcase for this season. Juan Soto. Why is everybody getting injured? What's happening here? I don't like the fact that everybody's getting injured. 51-32 are the Royals right now. We are 6 games up on the Guardians. But the Astros are 52-31, so they are battling with us. There's some good teams in baseball this year. Yankees are 55 wins. Padres are 55 wins. Dodgers are 57 wins. I mean, there are some really, really good teams this year. So we're going to have to make a decision at the deadline next episode. It's going to be very, very interesting. Scouting, we're going to keep these guys the same. And we get some big wins. De La Cruz is back, and so is Michael Harris. That's good to see. But now we get into dangerous territory where I'm going to stop simulating here because we are into July, which means draft, trade deadline, and all-star festivities all next episode. It's going to be a massive one. You guys do not want to miss it. And now things are going to get even more interesting because we have no money, but do we need to make a move? Do we need to make a move for somebody to counter that move the Astros made to bolster their bullpen? Or do we feel confident with our pitching rotation and our bullpen? I don't know. Logan Webb has kind of sucked this season, and so honestly is Brady Singer. But Brady Singer's starting to fight back and having a better season. But Reed Detmers has been the real MVP right now. Yuri Perez is kind of sucking still. Sasaki's having a bounce-back year, which is what I love to see. Logan Webb could be on the way out. He's making a lot of money. We could probably get something decent in return for him. I don't know who we could get. Shane McClanahan, maybe? He's not having that good of a year. That honestly wouldn't be that bad. Although he is going to be a free agent. That's probably not the right idea. Because then we'd have to re-sign him. It'd just be stupid. We'd have to wait and see if the Rays even re-sign him. Maybe if we go into free agency and ask for him there, it'd be a little bit better. Then we wouldn't have to give anything up except for money. George Kirby is on arbitration for another season. He's 29, and we could actually get more along with George Kirby. He's not having that great of a year. That would be interesting. He's a lot cheaper. He is a lot cheaper than Logan Webb. I'll keep that in mind. What else could I get with him? We could get Emerson Hancock, who is 27. We could get Walter Ford, who's pretty decent. That'd be another young starting pitcher that we could add to the team. Or we could go a different direction and maybe get our future catcher in Harry Ford, who hasn't really been doing much in the bigs this season, but he's down in AAA hitting pretty well. Okay, we got some different options here for Logan Webb. We could certainly come away with somebody, and we can't do Julio Rodriguez, unfortunately, because he's too expensive. And they wouldn't do that anyway. But George Kirby's an option, I will say that. Who else could be an option for us? Strider's a little bit too expensive, and he would be too hard to get, I would guess. Alcantara's on the last year of his deal. Oh, no, he just got signed to a new deal. Oh, no, he didn't. He's on the last year of his deal. I read that the opposite way. I thought that he was on the new year of his deal. But he is on the last year of his deal. He's too expensive anyway. Anybody else around? Everybody's just a little bit too old for me. I kind of like that George Kirby deal. We could go for Andrew Painter. He's still got a bunch of control with arbitration. We have to give something else up. In the Kirby deal, we could get more than just... We wouldn't have to give up anything, which is really enticing. Or we could get Kyle Harrison, who's kind of struggling, but he's super young. Grayson Rodriguez we could pull. He's got another year of arbitration left. He's having a average year. I don't know. This is going to be an interesting next episode because I do like that George Kirby deal. Wherever he's at. There he is. George Kirby, and then I would probably go for Harry Ford, if we're being totally honest, because we could use another catcher just to add some depth, and Harry Ford's only 24. I mean, that deal would be perfect for us. We get a starting pitcher to replace Logan Webb, and we get another catcher to add to the team. I know we have McKay and Babe Lance, but adding Harry Ford would certainly not be a bad thing. I would think about that deal. I would certainly think about that deal. Other players that could be on the way out. I mean, we probably could give up Yuri Perez, if we're being totally honest. And he could give us something pretty decent in return. Brady Singer, I don't know what we want to do with him because he's good. He's our franchise pitcher. It's just I don't know, he's getting a little bit older. We'll have to figure out what we want to do with him. We've got Tom Durbin, who is a good young prospect closing pitcher who I like. We talked about Vinny possibly being on the way out. Is there a guy at first base that we could replace Vinny with? Probably not. There's a young guy, Guy Spencer. We'd have to give up something else. I don't really know if we would. If we do decide to trade Vinny, what would we even get back in return? I have no idea. Because we have Walter who could replace him at first base, I guess, but Walter's just not that high of an overall, unfortunately. Second base is pretty solid because we have Elliot Cruz as well. I guess we could throw Bo Bichette because he's making a ton of money. I have no idea what we would get back for him. It looks like we could get nothing. Finding trades. Did it freeze on me? Oh, there we go. We could get Colton Cowser. Okay, so the Orioles are offering me some decent stuff. So it looks like, oh man, it looks like we can get a solid A potential player in most of these deals if we were to give up Bo Bichette. But I don't know if I want to do that because Bo Bichette's a good player. I like Bo Bichette. We're paying him a good amount of money. He's having a little bit of a down year from last season, but I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. It's going to be an interesting next episode. That is for sure. You do not want to miss it. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching, though. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.